Peace, my family, and raw back to all those coming out of that good cocoon for the first time, family. Welcome. This your girl, the butterfly. We about to take off. Let's fly. Just want to send you all that good healing energy your way. Peace, love, happiness, harmony, and abundance. Hope you guys are out there keeping your mind right in that good mind. How y'all feeling? Hope you guys most definitely moving on up in your higher natures and cleansing. Yeah, for sure, family. You gotta cleanse. Cleansing the lows. I came here today to share a clip from the Holy Tablets. Again, this right here will certainly help you on this good journey. So, with that being said, family, let's read. This is the Holy Tablets, chapter 6. Tablet 15, verse 143. And so, it reads, and the motto is strength and varying, called the order of the eagle, the order of the eagle, or the skull and bone, with the great owl as their oversight and the eye of the owl as a symbol. The light renders the illuminating a member of the Illuminati, but a new light other than the fire is here. The keys to future illuminaries are called the ancient and majestic order of Melchizedek, are electromagnetic forces. These forces affect the rhythms of life and the appearance of and extinction of a species within the Earth's magnetic field. The higher evolution will give a better understanding of our electro forces, alter biological rhythms. This will allow the animates in this consciousness time zone to receive whole light beings who will give instructions of next ordering of evolution in our universe. The key speaks of how the Earth species has a direct light arm. This direct light force, this direct light focus, which controls its biological rhythms. Enocytes will soon learn that this life system is not directly dependent upon the solar magnetic field to regenerate their biological rhythms. A new source of light is now reaching our solar system, and penetrating Earth's magnetic field, altering the biological rhythms. Its color, its emerald green light, contrary to the amber red light. This is forcing the species to leave behind its old time cell of perception on the physical, the emotional, the mental, and spiritual levels. This must take place before the species can go into the new time cell of consciousness. As the arcs of light begin to change, a different light force is beginning to work with electromagnetic forces. This is causing the magnetic fields of the brain cavity to be sufficiently raised to a higher mental frequency, allowing the enocytes and motors to receive whole light beings upon the reinsertion of the Barthian gland and the reactivation of the supreme melanin. It has previously been thought that the light forces of Earth's magnetic control the rhythms of life of all the biological species, and all living cells need only the light of our own portion of the electromagnetic spectrum to survive. Enocytes will have the brain of an electromagnetic computer and will be forced to adapt to an enlarged electromagnetic spectrum. The new electromagnetic frequency is a astrobiological threshold by itself. Your sun, by virtue of being a variable star, will be seen as having great limitations for future evolutions. This will be seen by a visible exchange of the solar polarity fields and by the magnetic mapping of inner solar magnetic lines rotating faster than the surface of the sun. These changes will also affect the rotation of Anshar Saturn. This will be seen as a periodic effect which will be noticed in the activities of the band of Anshar Saturn called its rings. These changes are the result of new biological light that controls being introduced by a new administrative order in conjunction with the Council of Nine Ether. These changes are necessary to prepare, These changes are necessary to prepare, our mortal evolution to overlap with whole light beings of advanced creation and the evolving of new astral mutations. The new astral mutations will take place where new magnetic lines bring about the balances in the energies coupling from a proton-electron-proton grid to electron-proton-electron grid. Here, the bioenergy field of the body inherits a new electron and proton pair, and the blood circulatory system inherits a new magnetic line of force. The ionized field around the blood cells loses its proton-electron-proton relationship into a new electron-proton field as the light form is moved into the next phase of the electromagnetic spectrum. In other words, Enocytes mortals will be able to participate in higher evolutionary worlds because this monoviral chain will shift with this focal energetic tree to a new system of balance whereby a singular group. In order for Enocytes mortals to work with the next electro-orbital level of the universal mind, your molecular density level will have to become less dense and grow more transparent. Enocytes mortals must be completely remade anew by going through the energy grids that control its present biological arrangement so that he can be revitalized into new grids of atonement. The Enocytes, the mortals, must go through the energy grid controlling cell division on his biological level of organization. A planetary biomagnetic grid controlling the collective species of evolution. And when Enocytes go through these energy grids, they will activate the new magnetic fields, and they will displace this old planetary biorhythm, or this planetary biorhythms. Contrary to what present day genetics say, the ultraviolet radiation will be controlled and will not destroy the sensitive genetic code-coded melanin. It has already been claimed that ultraviolet radiation, when applied to the DNA at specific intensities, cause diamond or dimerized, and when the embryonic growth is placed in a artificial environment which is subject to a prolonged current magnetic injection, the former embryonic magnetic lines of force in the body can be changed. Through this process, the whole body can be biomagnetically be recoded and to adapt to a new biological environment without ever having to experience pain, according to the human psychological network. This process uses a fifth circulatory system which opens the pain coding mechanism and properly realigns the blood, the lymphatic and the lymphatic and the nervous circulatory systems to function in different biological environments. This is done in the event that a transfer of the species to a new environment is necessary for the survival of new organisms. This is why our electromagnetic stage of evolution will itself be changed to allow new patterns of ongoing evolution. Merkaba mechanisms give the cue for the timing of biological change by the Earth's magnetic cycles, and these changes can take place in a matter of hours and remove the whole species that have evolved in a geological time frame. In order for Enocytes mortals to work with the next electron orbital level of the universal mind, your molecular density level will have to become less dense and grow more transparent in order to participate in multi-dimensional realities. Enocytes mortal must be completely remade anew. Thus you have Nubians, or the new being. Specifically, Enocytes mortals must go through the energy grid controlling cell division on its biological level of organization. Before the larger magnetic field change happens, Enocytes mortals will also understand how new growth effects will be the result of electromedicine, which uses electromagnesium. Enocytes mortals, by using the surgery of electromagnetic penetration into the bone marrow, they will be able to create new bone growth. Your planet is no different than any other form of life that must renew itself, and it is like an energy molecule going through the removal and being restored into a new existence. This is called the entropy of Gaia, or entropy of Gaia. Entropy of Gaia. All this must be understood that you may, through the ancient order of Melchizedek, learn to raise your density level and stimulate your melanin to awaken the dormant energies of divine, making it impossible for you to be enslaved mentally. This will help you create what is called psychic self-defense. Important be it the distinction between the mark of the concealers of the truth and the mark of the faithful. The first be the me faithful. Alright now, so that right there is where I will stop. Alright now, so again family, you're encouraged so much so to check this out yourself. Again, this is the Holy Tablets, and again, it is on the channel if you are interested. Check it out for yourself. In the words of our master teacher, Dr. Malachi L. And again, on this note, family, I hope you all know that you are loved beyond this world and in it. Begin to spread that love one to another. Be the peace that you seek. Release our master teacher, Dr. Malachi L. Peace, shalom, sugar, divine love, family, and wadu. And it's all